Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Michael with Old Town Urban Farms, and today we are going to show you how to install row cover over some crops. In this case, carrots, beets, and some watermelon radishes. The crops are already up. The grasshoppers are already out. Yikes, that's no good. But we're gonna try to do this so we kind of shoo them out. And you know, as I said a couple of videos back, there have been grasshoppers in this tunnel for about 3 weeks. I've been amazed actually at how little grasshopper damage there is, given the fact that they've been out. There's a bunch of tender greens in here. Nonetheless, we're going to try to cover these rows while getting out as many grasshoppers as we can, and hope that the grasshoppers that do get stuck under the thing don't end up eating the entire crop. So we're going to show you how this goes. But before we go any further, a message from our sponsor, Cosmo the Goose. What do you have to say for yourself, Goose? Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? No. No. Is that no? All right. Enough with the goose. Back to the row cover. So what we've got here, this is probably actually the wrong stuff. This is this is from Johnny Selected Seas. It's Duraspun fabric. I believe it lets 85% light transmission. So there's a little bit of shade on this, but there's also it can also be used as a frost cloth. So there's also a little bit more heat that gets generated with this, which for right now is like okay, because the tunnel, it's still relatively cool in Fort Collins. It's going to get hot next week. It's going to get into like the mid 80s. So I think we're going to actually have to put shade cloth on the tunnel to bring the temperature in here down, because believe it or not, like temperatures inside of this tunnel, even when it's like 80 degrees outside, can reach over 100. So 100 plus 2 to 4 degrees is a significant temperature increase. But if we put the shade cloth on, you're talking about a 20% decrease, I think 15 to 20% decrease in overall temperature. So now you're talking about 90-ish degrees, which is still manageable. So here's how we're going to do this, and I'm a one-person show. Normally you would do this with 2 people. But first I'm going to lay out the length of cloth that I need. So to do this in this setting, so what you want, so these are 50-foot rows, and what you want is about an extra 2 feet on the edges so that you can anchor it down with a weighted bag. Now I've just got gravel in this bag, but this will weight it down and sort of make sure that the ends are protected and nothing's going to crawl underneath them. But we're actually going to use these in this context to actually weigh down the cloth. So we'll give our about 2 extra feet. That looks like about 2 extra feet. To weigh down the cloth here at the end. And I am just going to walk this all the way down the row. There we go. That's the pro move right there. Camera woman, follow me. So now we've reached the edge of our row. And then we've got another one of these weighted sandpaper bags to weigh it down on this side. And then we will take these pegs and kind of fold this fabric over and over, take the pegs and then put the pegs down into the edge of the fabric so it doesn't pierce any one single layer, but it's going up against about 6 to 8 layers of this fabric. This isn't what it's going to look like, but I'll kind of show you. So we'll put it down, put the pegs in, and this is like rock hard over here. This will be softer, but these spikes will essentially be like up against 6 to 8 layers, and then it won't puncture its way through. So what we're going to do, we've laid the fabric down on the side throughout the whole length of the row. The grasshoppers are largely kind of concentrated over here in this hay area. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to run down this, one person is going to run down this side, shooing them off with the carrots, while the other person trails behind and starts draping it over these row covers. And then we're gonna see what we get. And check back here in just a minute and we'll show you what it looks like.